Have you heard about the billionaire who's going around the world and a lot around Southern California as a homeless man? You wouldn't know he's wealthy for sure by the way he dresses and walks around. He even sleeps sometimes on the sidewalk. But he's loaded. I mean, he's a billionaire, and he rewards people secretly. Hasn't really gotten much press yet for acts of kindness toward him. And so, for instance, one man gave him a small amount of money and said some kind words to him, and lo and behold, this guy turns around and gives the guy 10 $100 bills in return, i.e., $1,000. So you never know. I mean, really, he's doing it because he's a Christian, he says, and trying to enact the biblical teaching that if you do something to one of these who are suffering, cold, hungry, homeless, naked, etc., that you're doing it to Jesus. And so you never know, when it might be an angel or Christ himself. And so the lesson being that we shouldn't discriminate, and think, oh, this guy deserves this because he's working hard or whatever. Actually, sometimes when we say, oh, look how hard this guy works, he deserves that money, that big house. Well, another way to look at it is this guy is so lucky and blessed to have a job that gives him that. And the homeless man, in some cases, yes, they're content being on the street, but some of that's been ingrained into them, because they've been treated wrongly. They don't know any better. They don't know what it's like to be treated right, treated well. The lesson being that we should try to treat all people well, including the homeless and poor, and not try to figure out, what their so-called game is, if they're gaming the system, if they like being on the street, they like being poor, whatever the case may be. They're going through 24 hours a day, just like anybody else. Some good moments, some easy moments, some lazy moments, some moments where they're enduring, hardship. Sleeping outside and all kinds of weather, that's not a pleasant experience, and then sometimes on the ground, on the hard concrete ground. And so I think it's an incredible thing that this billionaire is doing. I don't know how long he'll do it, and he can stop anytime he wants. Of course, he can just go to the nearest luxury hotel and check in for a few days if he's tired of the streets. And you have to say that's pretty admirable of him to do that kind of thing. And it's a good lesson to learn. Try not to. Yes, I mean, we shouldn't be handing out all our money to homeless and poor people. And some, yes, they are gaming the system. But a lot are not. And they're not living high off the hog, you can be sure of that. Most of them aren't. So keep that in mind. Merry Christmas.